Day 2 of BPL20, and it is a monstrous day for all of the franchises. 12 of them, in fact. We had our first taste of how that would all look yesterday, and it promises to be the most exciting edition of the competition yet. Val Febo here with you on Ringside Live at the wonderful Club Pine Rivers, and right at home, Jackaroo Kane Nelson joining me for this clash between the Sydney Lions and Sydney Saints, the first ever BPL Sydney derby, and boy, I'm excited for this, Kane.
Morning, Val. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Both teams got a lot to play for. Sydney Saints really would like to get going, I think, for day 2 after having a bit of a rough start. But, yeah, looking forward to it. Should be good. Plenty to play for.
There certainly is, and we've got, as I said, the first ever Sydney derby between, and it's our first look at the Sydney Lions on Ringside Live at BPL20. Brett Spur, Nathan Black, Karen Murphy under the wonderful Steve Glasson. They're up against Jamie Walker, Dawn Heyman and Ben Twist under Jared Beath. So looking forward to this clash, and there'll be a little bit of spite here after the Saints poach Ben Twist, and there's two big rivals in Mount Lewis and St John's in the Western Sydney scene. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how it all pans out for them. And Dawn Heyman, she's coming to the bench first for the Saints, and it's going to be Nathan Black and Brett Spur for the Sydney Lions. So the first ever Sydney derby about to get underway. And we'll go through the ladder as we head into day 2, Kane, because there's some unexpected things. I don't reckon many people would have had the Tasmania Trident sitting on top of the table after day 1, but alas, that's what we've got. They sit on top at 4-1. The Melbourne Pulse behind them on net sets, they are 4-1 as well. So they're at 0 net sets. So it's been interesting. I don't actually think they've played a tiebreak as of yet. So they've gone, or they might have, I'm not sure. I think they've gone to 5 different tiebreaks possibly. We will double check that because, yeah, net sets of 0 is quite interesting. The Perth Suns, they are sitting in third. They were top, but Tassie absolutely clobbered them last night. And Sydney in 4th, the Sydney Lions, they're at 3-2. Geelong in 5th at 3-2. The Steamers also at 3-2. So that's the top 6 at the moment. We still don't know how many wins is going to get you into the finals. We'll have a good understanding of that at the end of the competition. The Pirates, they are in 7th at 2-3, as are the Extreme in 8th, and Ospreys in 9th, and Pioneers in 10th. And then rounding out 11th and 12th, Gold Coast. They got a win on the board over the Saints last night. It was their only win of the day, and the Saints, well, not the welcome to the Bowls Premier League that they were after. They are 1-4 in 12th position. Their only win, however, on this rink yesterday afternoon, Kane.
Yeah, well, plenty of confidence come from that. Got their one win there. Twisty played a bomb to win it, as we've seen. So hopefully they can keep it going and get back in that groove.
And it was a bomb to win it. It was an absolutely brilliant bowl to trail the Jack in the ditch. It was his first bowl of the tiebreak.
This morning, Alex Marshall is playing his 200th game for the Pirates. Congratulations, Alex. Okay. Round 6, on ring 1, the Sydney Lions versus the Sydney Saints. Ring 2, Geelong Jets versus the Tasmania Tridents. Ring 3, Melbourne Pulse versus Adelaide Pioneers. On ring 4, Tweed Ospreys versus Melbourne Extreme. Ring 5, Perth Suns versus the Moreton Bay Pirates. And on the TV ring, Gold Coast Hawks versus Miami Steamers. Please commence your games.
So here we go, and a good start from Jamie Walker. First up, Kane, right on the money.
What a shot that is. Jamie Walker, front toucher. It's Nathan Black got in response here. What a start from the boys.
Not bad for the first 2 bowls of the day. So Let's see what Nathan Black can do. Enjoyed a pretty good day yesterday. Steve Glasson saying he was probably their best player. And that's saying something considering they've got Brett Spur and Karen Murphy in the lineup as well.
Jamie Walker down well here again. It's a great start. Not a bad first in. Nathan Black switching over the back end here. Looking to give it a chance. Straddle the jack, land the bowls. Just needs to hold on now. Great effort, really good weight.
So the Melbourne Pulse, as I said, they might have played a few tie breaks. They played 3 in the end, and they have won 3 from 3, and that has been the thing that sets them up in their title wins. All 3 of them, they've had a really good tie-break record, and they've gone 3 from 3 so far. And funnily enough, the Moreton Bay Pirates played tie breaks in every single match that they played yesterday, and they went 2 from 5.
Yeah, it's crucial winning those tiebreakers if you can. Brett Spurby looking to be positive here. Trail the Jack's ideal result. It's done really good. What a shot that is from Brett Spur. First up, trails the Jack for 2 or 3.
Really looking forward to seeing how this Sydney lineup, or Sydney Lions lineup, I should say. They're no longer the only Sydney team, so it's going to take a while to get used to. But how they all gel together, because they have had a lot of changes. As Jamie Walker intently watches this come down for Ben Twist. He's not far away.
Great shot from Twisty. He's made 2 there. Really good weight.
And you called it yesterday, Kane. You said the form that he's in. I know they do sit 1 and 4, but I think watching what he did in this match yesterday, the one that we called between the Saints and the Pioneers, he was monstrous and so clinical when he needed to be.
Yeah, I think he's in the form of his life, Twisted, to be honest. He's been playing unbelievable. So I'd be back in Sydney to change their tournament around, although they haven't started off how they wanted to. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, as we said, you can't win the tournament on day one. You can lose it, and they're on the back foot, there's no doubt about it, but it's now whether they can rebound, and Brett Spur might have just given them a third here. So Ben Twist will want to get his team off to the perfect possible start here. And of course, team tactics will change with everybody now having to play 4 ends. And Twisty, I think this is smart.
Yeah, good game awareness there from Twisty. It's 2 down on the spot, covering. I think he's holding 2 or 3. Brett Spurby looking positive, to be positive here. He's got plenty to work off if he is just high. Great effort here, he likes it. Jack's ideal. What a shot from Brett Spur. That's fantastic. 3 down, draws the shot.
Bit of a spur of life, Kane.
Yeah, fair first end from Brett Spur.
He'll take
I like that, Val. On the money early this morning.
I didn't get the reaction straight away, so I could be doing better. Great to have everyone's company from wherever you're watching around the world, and Val McKenzie watching on. Double check whether we are streaming the Ospreys today. I know you are a big Ospreys fan. Nothing today for Tweed, but they'll be in action again tomorrow morning against the Saints at this time tomorrow, so you can enjoy that then. We've got Peter Williams watching from Monterrey in Mexico. Not sure what time it is there, and Colin Bray, one of our great friends here at Rinkside Live. Great to have your company, and thank you very much for the congratulatory words, mate. Had to leave the Nationals a bit early to go and get married. And so missed all the Oz champs. I didn't get to see you in action and absolutely dominating the Broadbeach Greens, but I did read all about it and watched it on the live stream.
Thanks, Val.
I was very impressed with you, mate.
You had bigger things, getting married. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a good day. We got very blessed with the weather. Not a drop of wind and no rain. That's all you can ask for Melbourne to stay consistent.
Yeah.
And it did. So it was great. All the stress of 2 years was worth it.
Yeah, it's exciting times for you.
And now she's in Italy living her best life from Bologna and for work, and I'm in Brisbane.
Happy days.
Yeah.
She's living the dream.
Yeah, she is very jealous. Although we're watching the world's best bowlers. So a couple of comments coming through about the exposure. So the flaring of the camera is due to the auto exposure that's created by the artificial light and the natural light conflicting. So sometimes it's hard to control. Yeah, and look, we'll see if there's any settings, but if not, unfortunately, you just have to bear with it.
What a shot that is from Jamie Walker.
Yep.
Up and over his own. Really reduces the target. Brett Spurlby confident after the first end. Played 3 really good shots. You're looking to give this a chance down the back end. Move the bowls, trail the jack.
Brett Spur, his hand pretty tight, but it's coming. And if that Nathan Black bowl wasn't there, that was on the money.
Perfect, yeah.
Peter Williams saying it's 5 p.m. Monday night in Monterrey, Mexico, so that's a massive time difference. Think about what we were doing at 5 p.m. last night. We were here.
Good to see everyone tuning in from all over the world.
Those Saints kits, absolutely sensational. Those new ones, and that's the big logo on the back.
Yeah, I'm liking the big Saint on the back of the
Yeah.
shirt, so I reckon it's pretty cool. Brett Spur opting for some weight here. Just needs to hold on.
Got one. Made it a little bit easier, I think, to skew one of those bowls out. Opens the jack up a little bit, but seems at the moment that the Saints are in control. Might have to
Twist here, looking to add to the count. He's done good.
Might have to word Jamie up just to not get in the way when the bowls are coming down.
I think Brett Spur will be pretty firm here. Remove a couple of the bowls. Get the jack out to the left side of the screen. It'll be massive. Likes
Very
it.
Close. Not a bad effort. Probably one down still.
Yeah, it's a good shot there from Spur. He definitely takes one out. It's only 1 or 2 down now.
But now if Ben Twist can get any sort of movement on that jack, Kane, he could make a really decent total. This could be, if Jamie does, we might have to just word him up here because he's standing directly in the way of the camera. We'll wait for this to come down, and can Twisty get the jack? Well, he got it right next to it. Made a couple. Is it 3? Geez, if he had got any jack movement there, it would have been hard to get.
Yeah, a little bit of jack out to the right side would have been massive.
Yeah, it would have been a 6 almost, but it'll be a 3.
Yeah, be happy to hit back 2 or 3. They played a really good end there, Saints. Jamie really set the head up good.
Well, it looks like a 3, but look, my eyes have been wrong many times before, and it's close. We're getting an umpire out maybe to determine whether... Nope, that is a 3. So the Sydney Saints inflict a little bit of pain early. (3-1) after 2.
No power play for the Sydney Lions there.
No, nothing yet. Glass is one that tends to leave them until quite late. Nathan Black. If he has the legs, he's in a pretty good spot.
Quite a good shot there from Blackie. Maybe just over a foot shy of the jack. Really good. Hit his line perfect. Last ball does force Blackie over to the other hand.
Just couldn't quite find it. He got his weight pretty much spot on there, Nathan Black.
Yeah, it's a good switch over. It's always hard to change hands. Yeah, got his weight really good. Has been the toughest side of the green to play.
Jamie Walker nailing his line and getting one behind. That's a smart bolt. It's the only bowl that's sort of past the jack now, so Nathan Black will look to join him. Or at least trail this.
Really good there from Nathan Black, putting Twisty under a lot of pressure here. He's 3 down.
He's hard to get to. Dare say we may see some weight here from Ben Twist because they've got the respot marker at the moment.
Yeah, I think he'll be up on the forehand, trying to work off Nathan Black's wing one. If he gets to the inside of that, he can get back to the jackal bowl. So he'll definitely be looking to give it a good chance. He's the man for these shots, I reckon.
Yeah, we're going to have to word Jamie up again.
Ben Twist, what a shot. Great shot from Ben Twist. It's unbelievable. He's in some sort of form at the moment.
He's absolutely dominating this rink, isn't he?
Yeah, I've been loving watching Twisty play. He's just got so much confidence about him at the moment. He's definitely in a rich reign of form, that's for sure. Twisty will switch over hands here, down the back end, trying to still give it a good chance. If he can land Nathan Black's bowl, he can sit and stay for 2. Plenty of good results there for him. Just needs this one to turn back for him.
It's close, just not getting the job done.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Another one in the head now, though. Spurry's going to look to try and play this shot first. It probably looks a little bit too good for Twisty, so he's on his forehand. Try and trail the jack first would be ideal. He's just going to hold off high here.
Oh, did that knock it in? Probably not. It's a bit dangerous.
Yeah, not an ideal result there. Has left Ben Twist with 3 seconds now. He's going to try and play down the back end again. A little bit more weight. Try and get that last bowl through Nathan Black's bowl. Can make 3 or 4. He'll be really positive to this. I've seen him get the jack in last bowl to win the game. Last time on this rink, similar type of shot.
Stalking this. He's probably underneath, but he might be able to work off that Nathan Black bolt. No. Very close. And then Nathan Black, I think he just said work off those 3. And you can get into the jack and maybe spill it out to the side to possibly make a couple.
I'm assuming, based off this shot, that Sydney Saints are probably holding. Otherwise, I think Spur would have been taking the 1.
Had to be very light with it. Or very precise with it. They are going to measure this. Wasn't actually... I was pretty convinced that the Saints were holding.
Yeah, I thought they had 1, especially based off that shot, but might just be
Yep.
Thinks.
Oh, I don't know. Might have to get some calipers. Nathan Black's going to have a little measure as well.
Just touched the jack with his finger a little bit there, Jamie. I think we might have an umpire's call coming out here.
Yeah, I reckon we will too.
They're doing a pretty good job here to get the tape in.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I think we have called.
Oh, no.
No.
I think Nathan Black's conceded one. So another great shot from Ben Twist there. 3 down. It was a really ugly head for him and played a great conversion shot.
Power play for the Sydney Lions. Steve Glasson has seen enough. N4 of the opening set. So double shots on offer for the Lions. Down 1-4. They need something to go their way after a pretty good opening end. There's been some great exchanges, but Ben Twist has been the story of the match so far.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable to start with Ben Twist.
There's a view that we have across the rink next door between the Jets and the Tridents. Matty Flapper, probably the tallest person, is sitting next to, I reckon, the smallest official that we have.
Yeah, wow.
And there's such a gap. It's very funny. It's like a parent sitting next to a child.
Yeah, he's a pretty tall, big unit,
Yep.
Matty Flapper. Once again, another really good start from Nathan Black. Has been setting the heads up really good. Really good reply there from Jamie Walker. It's only Nathan's Black.
There it is on screen there. Congratulations to all the officials. Well done to all the officials, not congratulations. They've done an amazing job so far. And, you know, they are the lifeblood of this sport.
Yeah, they probably don't quite get recognised how they should. Like, if it wasn't for the officials and everyone there helping behind the scenes, like, none of this stuff could run.
Jamie Walker.
Really good from Jamie Walker. Right down the line as well. Both bowls finishing on the centre line, which make life a lot harder for the players when they're not next to the jack, they're in front.
I think they're calling him Tex Walker. Jamie Walker's might have a new nickname here. Thought that was the Adelaide player.
What a reply there from Nathan Black. On the power play, really needed something there, and he draws the shot. Great shot, Nathan Black. Twist is going to try and just draw the shot down the back end. Jamie Walker's bowl's coming up as well if he is just underneath. Just needs to run a little bit now. There's another one in the head there for him though. So a small chance here for Brett Spur on the power play. But want to cover this jack up now. If he can get back and draw a toucher into Nathan Black's bowls, he can make 3. Twister just needs to run now, up through the front. Yeah, great shot from Ben Twist. Once again, does it again, Val. It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. It really is. Just his ability to find the jack at the moment. We saw it during the Nationals as well. What's Spurry got?
So good effort there from Spurry. Just sliding high, but I like the weight. I like the intent. Ben Twist will just be wanting to win this end if he can defend the Sydney Lions power play, they'll be just about there to win the set. Yeah, I personally like something down the forehand here.
Yeah.
I think Brett Spurby looking to draw a toucher to Nathan Black's bowls, but looks like he's going to play on the backhand, I think. Yep. Just trying to draw a shot here. Just wants to get back now. Yeah, it's a really good area. Does get the spot as well. Great shot there from Ben Twist again.
Just finding it everywhere. It's unbelievable. He's been the difference this morning. Spurry needs something good here. Any sort of jack movement could bring them into a good spot, and he's so close. Brett Spur! What a shot. I think he's probably wrestled one away here.
What a shot from Brett Spur. That was probably set down, I think, there.
Has he made two? Just the one, but that is all they needed. One, double that to two. And they've got a sniff now, but it is a Sydney Saints power play. You could tell by the way that was coming down the rink, Kane, how close that was. He would have loved to have just got a little bit more of the jack to make two and double that to four, but you can't be too greedy.
Yeah, a little bit more jack. He would have made two or three, but yeah, what a shot. Keeps him in the set. He's played a couple of big ones, Brett Spur, as well.
He's had to, though.
Yeah, it's been shot for shot between Twisty and Spur at the moment. They've probably been the two players of the rink so far. They've both played some great conversion shots. So Sydney Saints power play here. They can win the end here. They'll back themselves to wrap the set up just about.
Final end of this set. And yeah, if they need to take a two here, the Lions, if they are to win it. A tie would just mean a one-set shootout pretty much, unless we do get another draw, in which case we'll go to a proper tiebreak, which happened yesterday between the Steamers and the Pulse. That was I was given good word that was only the 10th time in Bowls Premier League history that that's happened.
Yeah, wow.
It was from Lockie Williams, who used to work with us here at BA, one of my good mates now, and we miss you, Lock, so hopefully you're watching on. Usually be me and him sitting out here and doing all the streaming. He's gone on to bigger and better things.
What's he doing now?
He's at Hobson's Bay City Council now as a media advisor, so he'll be running that council soon, I reckon.
Yep, smart guy.
He's a ripper, Lock. Jamie Walker looking to get close here, and it's not going to turn as much as he'd like. And as you said yesterday, they're kind of getting stuck out a little bit on that hand, pushing it out a bit too wide.
Yeah, it's definitely been the harder hand to play, I think. I think Nathan Black's probably chose the right side of the green to be playing. Seems to be hitting his line really good down there. But the way these two skippers are going, you'd have to back them in to both be drawn inside those, to be honest.
We've been really lucky this morning with the quality of bowls that we've seen from all of these players. The other matches that are going on at the moment bring you what's happening there. Day two is the Geelong Jets and Tassie Tridents. That's 3-all after 4. The Pioneers lead the Suns 5-3 after 4. The Ospreys lead the Extreme 4-3 after 4. The Suns and Pirates. There's no update there, so there must be an issue over on that rink. I can tell you that it is a 4-2 lead for the Suns by just looking over, and the Hawks leading the Steamers 11-0 after 4.
New day for the Hawkies.
Yeah, well, they needed it. And you can follow the live scores via the link I've just popped in the comments here.
So once again, another great shot from Brett Spur. It's just falling short with that one. Ben Twist probably has about a foot of room here.
And at the moment, Kane, this is enough for the Lions to tie the set.
Yeah, it looks as if he's going to play another running shot, try and remove the ball from the jack and give him a bit of room to draw with the last. He's just going to miss high. Great effort from Twisty.
The intensity that Twisty's bringing this morning is quite infectious, isn't it? He's running, he's jogging, he's really engaged, and I think that's important for a team. You know, when you see you skip that engaged early, you follow along with it.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that the sort of energy you bring?
I think your skips are, they're the leaders of the team. Like if your skipper's bringing a lot of energy, a lot of positivity, it runs down through the whole rink. So yeah, as much as bowls is about ability, like you need to be a good team man and show those positive vibes. And I think Twisty's one of the best for that. Like he's always so good to his teammates, brings so much energy.
So this is for the set. Now, he can't play that running shot and get rid of it because there's too many seconds now for the Lions, so it's going to have to be a dead draw for Ben Twist.
Ben Twist here.
Well, he's not far away. He surely hasn't, has he? They wanted to stop, and it just keeps on going too much. Now, has it gone too far for a 2, or will it remain as a 1?
I think he has got second out of it, so
he
would have liked draw show. That's a great shot from Ben Twist. After playing 2 runners, to come back and draw that, that's a really good shot.
Yep, so that is just a 1 in the end to the Sydney Lions, which means that the set is tied. And they do get themselves out of trouble, and it's Karen Murphy coming on for Brett Spur. So Nathan Black will move to the skipper's position, and Dawn Heyman comes in for Jamie Walker. So
Alex Marsh on the end rink there. It was down 4-2 on the board, just landed 2 bowls out to make 3 to win the set.
Perth Suns, they want to keep going. They're on top heading into the last round yesterday. But things can change on a dime in the Bowls Premier League, we know that. So half a set each for both of these two teams. The winner of this set, if there is one, will go on and start their day pretty well, and the Saints really want it to be them. And they could go 2 from 2 on the live stream. And it's funny, the teams that you do watch, they could have a really good record on the live stream, but they could be literally the only games that they win, and that could be the case for the Sydney Saints.
Yeah. So interesting decision here from the Lions of Karen's come on and they've taken Brett Spur from skip, and Nathan Black's gone up to skip. Nathan Black will probably be in the groove after playing a few ends at lead. He would have found his draw really good.
Karen Murphy, it's what she does. Question coming about how the jack length is determined in this league. So the mat can only be put on a long, medium or short. So 3 different lengths or 3 different spots, and that is the exact same with the jack. So you can opt for long, medium or short. So you can go long, medium, short, doesn't really matter. All of them are legal, and you don't roll the jack here. It's all about time and keeping things quick. Karen Murphy. It's not bad to join those bowls at the back there.
Yeah, really good spot to finish there from Karen. Karen is putting a shoulder in the twisty, having a bit of fun on the green. It's good to see.
Former teammates in this league. Kaz on Monday night. It's a big day for Karen Murphy because she'll be inducted into the Sport Australia Hall of Fame. And she's only the 3rd bowls player to be inducted, which is such an honour for her, and she really does deserve it. She's not just been a sensational custodian for this sport in this country, but a great ambassador and the most humble of human beings, and she's honestly deserving of every single accolade she gets, Karen Murphy, and she's brilliant. So happy for her.
Yeah, no, massive congratulations, Karen. It's, couldn't think of anyone that deserves it more. And not only is it massive for her, but it's fantastic for the sport itself to have lawn bowls getting recognised at something like that. It's amazing. So yeah, well done, Karen.
She'll be up there with Mick Fanning, Sally Pearson, and she's got about 40 people coming to the Palladium at Crown. Cabra, BA, her family. So I'm looking forward to being there myself, actually. I'm very honoured to have got an invite to that. Always nice to get a dinner at the Palladium.
Yeah, that'll be a great night.
Yeah, not every day that happens, so
it's pretty
good,
cool.
yeah.
Be around some pretty awesome people.
I know. There's one, I went to the Australian Sports Performance Awards last year, and there are all these elite Olympians and everything, but as Ben Twist goes with weight, clears a couple out. Nathan Black's still sticking around. One bowl left to come for both, but yeah, it was at this awards night. There's all these Olympians, gold medalists, and all of these sorts of things. I found the Richmond 3-time premiership player in there and managed to get a photo with him.
Yeah,
I couldn't not. I was like, you know what? Nah, screw this. He's brought me so much happiness. I'm going to be a fanboy. And
yeah, it's awesome when you're around that. For me, it's cricket. I've got a photo of Steve Smith. And
oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Steve Smith is my all-time favourite. He hasn't been... I think we got so used to Steve Smith just piling on the runs, and, you know, from that 2014 to 17 period where he just... If he didn't make a century, it was abnormal.
Yeah.
And now it's, you know, anytime we do get a Steve Smith ton, it's something to watch. And hopefully we do get a lot now that he's back to number 4.
Yeah, he probably hasn't quite been himself a little bit lately, but yeah, back to number 4. I think he'll...
Do you reckon he should be 3?
Nah, I reckon number 4. It's where he's had all of his success for me.
Twisty. Got it.
Twist. Does it again. It's done at every end just about, I think. It's unbelievable. From a massive drive, removed out a couple bowls to play that weight on carpet, land that. Fantastic. What a shot, Ben Twist.
Just continues on his merry way.
Yeah, it's freakish. It's unbelievable. It's good to watch.
It really is. But yeah, I'm keen to see how this Test summer goes against India. They've just been whacked by New Zealand, so hopefully their confidence is down and we can get that Border Gavaskar trophy back. And Steve Smith, man of the series, score about 500 runs.
I hope so.
I'm sick of them talking about Joe Root. I'm like, you forget how good Steve Smith has been. Yeah. The only reason Root's made as many runs, he's a quality batsman, but they play about 15 tests a year.
100%. Yeah, me and Jacob are going to the Boxing Day test in Melbourne, so we haven't ever been to one of those. So we're both cricket fanatics, so we're pretty excited for that.
I've never been on Boxing Day. It's always so busy. But yeah, one day I'll get there, and yeah, I'm keen for this summer. It's going to be awesome. You just put it on in the morning, you have it on in the background, and Test cricket is the absolute pinnacle.
Test cricket's the best form of the game.
And don't give me this 2020 franchise stuff. It's not the BPL.
Yeah, I remember like when I was in school, like I'd have the day off sometimes, just watch a full day of Test cricket. Like when summer come around, watch cricket in the morning, then Jake and I would go and play cricket in the afternoon.
Nice. But yeah, and 2020s, I think, absolutely fantastic because you can bring in, you can just bring in so many different players and from all over the world. So it's been good for cricket, but I think there's still that element that people just love.
Just
Test
the
cricket.
The tradition of Test match cricket.
So Kelly Bartholomew just would like to give a shout out to Kane, Cody Garrick and Jacob Nelson for their junior bowls training at Capalaba. Give fantastic support, mentoring and great insights on how to play the game. And so well done to you, and you do a great, from all I hear as well, you do a great job at Capalaba, and it's not just from these comments, I actually hear around, and you're a very well respected young man, mate, so well done to you and everyone. Dawn Heyman. It's
fantastic leading, can't do much better than that. The Sydney Saints fans have gone off as well on the sidelines. They're loving what they're seeing.
Someone asking about the patches on the back of the shorts. So it's like a little chamois material, so because obviously it can get quite humid when you are playing, and your hands can get quite sweaty, you lose grip. So it's a little chamois, like a towel you can use. Just rub your hands on that and it dries out the skin for you so you can get the optimum grip on the bowl.
Yeah, they're really good actually having those shorts. Just sometimes you get in a nervous situation, hands get a bit sweaty, and you just got those to wipe your hands on and get them dry.
I managed to grab some when I think with the old brand that we had, and I wear them to the gym sometimes. And if I've got if I've got sweaty hands, you just wipe them, and it's quite good.
Yeah, no, they're really good. So massive chance here for the Saints, holding a really good 2. Twisty's played another good shot here. Going to finish in a really good area. A lot of pressure here on Nathan Black. Wants to convert this early. Looking up on the forehand here. Try and give it a little bit of a chance, but needs to get another one in the head. Played a really good effort here.
Very close.
Yeah. Bit stiff there from Blackie. We'll be happy that he did get into those 2 bowls and land there, though. It's a good spot to finish.
Tell you who's in some good form next door, the Tassie Tridents. They've taken the first set over the Geelong Jets, 5-3.
Yeah, they're red hot at the moment. Tassie going good. I think that's like once you get 1 or 2 games under your belt, get a couple wins up, you can just run on the momentum.
Yep. But they did this last year. They went into the Wednesday night broadcast session on top of the ladder and missed finals.
Yeah.
So you can start well, but you've got to continue it. You almost want to peak towards the middle and back end of the home and away rounds. We'll get a good indication of how players go on the TV rink as Nathan Black just overshoots.
Nathan Black just running through there. Touch over the weight, but really good effort. I don't think it quite turned as much as what he was hoping for.
I was going to say for Nathan Black's next shot to maybe switch hands and come on that tighter side and play a little bit of weight, crack on the jack or crack on the bowl, and then spill that jack out towards his catchment at the back there. But Dawn's just put her foot right in the middle to try and cover that.
Yeah, so smart from Twisty and Dawn. You're not just thinking about the shot you're playing, you're trying to look ahead of the game and think about what your opposition will play. So they know that Nathan Black's going to try and land the bowl through the jack, so they're ideally trying to cover these 2 green bowls here. Pretty much just like that. Would have liked that to just stop a
bit earlier.
Shorter, but it's another one on the spot, so Nathan Black's also got to get his speed right here, because if the jack does go out of bounds, it will be at least 3 to the Saints. So you got it right, Val. He's switched over the back end.
Look at me go.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen much. Nathan Black. He has got his weight pretty good here. He just needs it to turn, and it's not going to.
Yeah. Maybe just a touch over the speed, I think, there from Nathan, but it's not an easy hand to play that with that weight. Good effort.
So it'll be 2 to the Saints as they move to a 3-0 lead. No power play called as of yet, I don't believe, for Steve Glasson, so will remain at 3-0. Oh no, it is a power play. Has been called. So Steve Glasson.
Power play for the Saints, I think it is.
Oh, for the Saints. No, I think it might have been the Lions. Yeah, Lions.
Oh, for Lions, sorry. So this is the end of the match pretty much. Sydney Lions really need to win this. They lose this, they're going to be right on the back foot. I think the Saints will be putting a massive focus on this, and they know if they win this, they're going a long way to win the game.
Yep. So for any questions about live scoring, you can head to results.bowling.com.au. There is one issue with the live scores between the Suns and the Pirates. So if there's any, that's the one that we will update you on if we can. The Pirates have taken a 3-0 lead in the second set, having won the opener, I believe. It was very close anyway. Good question about how the British players are going in their various teams, being their first time playing the BPL. So Rednall, Walker, Brett and Foster. But I think Foster's probably been the pick of the bunch. Jamie Walker's been really good as well. Haven't seen too much of Catherine Rednall. Nick Brett probably hasn't enjoyed his time as much being part of the Gold Coast Hawks.
I think as well they'll probably all get better and better as every day goes. Like get used to the Australian conditions, get used to the green. Paul Foster's definitely probably been the standout, but I think he's also been over here a fair bit. Paul Foster, he knows the Australian conditions probably a little bit more than the rest of them, but yeah, they're obviously all going really good.
And this carpet is so different to what they play in the indoors because those conditions remain the same. Here, they change with the certain time of day, the humidity, how windy it is. It all comes into play, doesn't it?
There's so many variables when you're here. Like, it's not fully enclosed, so the breeze does get through. Like, when it does rain, it does get onto the green a little bit. The weather definitely changes the green and the line a fair bit. Karen just looking to run as fast as she can here. Although she hasn't got shot though, she's got that one in the middle of the screen just on the centre lines in a really good spot. Gives Nathan Black a good shot to play down the back end. Be looking to move the jack back to Karen. Twisty does have first say though, so he'll be looking to change his head up.
So it is a Lions power play, which means double shots are on offer for them. They were behind for the majority of that opening set, and that has sort of remained this way in the second as well, trying to play catch up. But you can, use up all your lives in one set, trying to come back, and when you're already on the back foot in the second, it can be very difficult.
Ben Twist, if this can stay on green, he'll be very happy with that. I think it has a really good spot to finish. It's not a bad shot here for Nathan Black though. He'll back himself to get this. He plays these shots really well. Jack movement's massive for him. He's just going to bend under. Wants to stay off this now. Ooh. So Dawn has given the indication that the Saints are holding one. Twist or switch over the forehand. Ideal results to get to that green bowl, turn it through. If it trails the jack himself, it's okay. Nathan Black was a bit stiff on his first bowl. He didn't quite get the result he was after.
Ben Twist. What has he done? He's followed it in.
That's really good. Makes it better. Changes the head up.
That is so impressive. Nathan Black now asked the question once more. And this Saints team, you just feel as though they're going to get better as this tournament goes on. They're going to figure out the dynamic. Nathan Black just wants to clear the front. Yeah, he's got it, I think. No.
Yeah, really good shot from Nathan Black. Very stiff.
He did everything he possibly could to try and get that, but it's going to make it all the more difficult with his last. He's going to. Do you reckon he'll try, and if Twisty can't get too close, try and sit that bowl away?
Yeah. Well, I'd be hoping that Twisty doesn't add another here, but if he doesn't, he'll be looking to play some form of weight, I think, down the back end.
Yep.
Take the bowl, get the jack in the ditch. He probably makes 2 or 3. But once again, probably just smarts to Ben Twist right with that first bowl. Making sure you're missing a good area when you're playing at this level. Jack's always moving. So he's ahead of the game and right where the jack finished.
Wants to get in. That's not a bad spot. But Nathan Black with an opportunity to possibly make a second here. If he can get enough, if he can get this jack and the bowl.
Yep, 100%. He's got a good shot here, Blackie. This is his sort of shot. Bowl and jack for a couple.
Doesn't mind it. Got it.
Nathan Black, what a shot. Jack in the ditch for 1.
Hit that belly.
Great shot, Nathan Black.
So 1, double that to 2, and the power play called by the Sydney Saints. Twisty didn't quite want it, I don't think, but Jared Beath says, no, you're playing really well in this direction. Back yourselves, it's all good. That's sort of the coach you want, isn't it?
100%. I think it's a good call on the power play. If they pick up a 1 here, puts them up by 3, so they just need to win the end, and they almost win the set, win the game. So I think the power play is the right call here. Ben Twist with the last bowl.
That was something special from Nathan Black to have hit that belly from that distance on a different track. It wasn't on the centre line.
Yeah, what a shot, Nathan Black. He played a really good shot with his second bowl, got a bit stiff, but he plays those conversion shots fantastic.
And this is a guy that went over to the UK last year and won the World Bowls Junior Indoor Championships, the under-25s, and that's not an easy event to win. For an Australian to go over to those indoor conditions against players that play on them all the time up there in the winter months, to go over there and perform like he did, that was mightily impressive.
Yeah, it's massive for him winning a world title. Such a good player. So well done, Nathan Black, and he's only really gone leaps and bounds since then as well, I think.
I've got Kate Argent-Bowden watching on. That's my skipper. Played together at the Australian Championships in the mixed pairs on that final Friday.
Great shot, Dawn Heyman on the power play, front toucher. That's what you're after. Won't be easy to beat that.
Reigning All-Star, Dawn Heyman.
Quite a good reply there from Karen. Missing in the right area, gives Nathan Black a chance now.
It's the past against the future. Kaz has done so much for Australian bowls, and Dawn on her way to doing so. She always carries a fan club wherever she goes, and she said St. John's were bringing a busload of people up, and I looked at her and I said, come on, Dawn, is it the Dawn Heyman fan club or the St. John's? And she goes, So I think we know the answer.
Yeah, she's such a good person,
Yep.
Dawn.
And when she played for the Pirates in February, there were a lot of Pirates people there, and yes, a lot from Pine Rivers. They came down, but Dawn had so many people there watching her, and that carried them. It was like we were at Pine Rivers.
Yeah, they got right around her. So, yeah, she's a great person. The Saints always have such a good fan base, and they love getting around Dawn Heyman. She usually always provides some very good results for them. So,
and she's just such a good person as well, and I think we say that about everyone here, but Dawn is one of the best.
Ben Twist here, he'll be really happy to hold one, looking just to cover these three bowls, because Nathan Black does have a good little shot to play. Get down to that's perfect. Good shot from Ben Twist, he'll be happy with that. Nathan Black, just his speed was really good on his last bowl, just needs to make a little bit of connection on the shot bowl. Turn it through the jack, a 2 foot, he makes 3 or 4.
So this end really important for Sydney. If they can get a 2, I think that's probably the one for, or Sydney Lions, I should say. It's important for both Sydneys, but the Lions in particular. If they can get a 2, get the lead, and at least they can drop a 1 and still go to a tie break. Ben Twist.
Oh, what a shot, Ben Twist. Once
And
again.
look at where it's ended up to. The line, exquisite.
So I think Nathan Black's going to have to nominate the kill here. He's essentially down game here. 2 down, which turns into 4. Karen Murphy's just having a look at who's got the spot.
Glass nominates the kill.
He's going to try and play the really hard shot here. So tough shot this. Trying to turn it through the jack. Don't know if it's going to quite get back easy as in a tighter set. It's a great effort though.
Really was, but now an opportunity for Ben Twist to try and make a 3 here. You double that to 6, and that's a 9-2 buffer, which would mean
Game over.
the result is a fait accompli. They can't win it. They will play the last end for shots up, but a maximum of 6 still won't get you the result.
Yeah, good effort there from Nathan Black. I thought he might have opted to maybe go a bit quicker, but yeah, it was a tough shot. Wasn't far. Ben Twist will be really hoping to add a 3rd here and finish the game off. Right in behind it. Great shots from Ben Twist. He's been outstanding all game.
Magnificent.
Again, draws another couple, but Dawn Heyman set that up though. Drew a front toucher and made it a really hard head for Nathan Black to convert.
And to think Ben Twist wasn't quite wanting that power play. Jared B saying, I back you guys in, back yourselves. And they did. And that's a 6.
Credit has to go to the coach there for calling the power play.
That is a gargantuan result. And the Saints will get their second win. 100% on the live stream rink as well. They love the cameras.
Just need to play every game on the live stream.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what they do on the TV ring tonight. Last game of the night, the 2 debutant teams will meet for the first time. The Saints up against the Jets. The Saints, that means we'll have a crowd for that last game. I'll be on the mic, so I'm going to try and fire them up somehow. See how we go. I think a lot of Jets players, or a lot of Jets fans will be coming up. Matty Flapper said there'd be a few coming in from Avalon Airport. Out near Geelong, so not too far away from Ocean Grove, about maybe an hour's drive, something like that, maybe less.
Yeah, awesome. It's going to be a great atmosphere here tonight.
Are you going to stick around or go home, watch from the comfort of your lounge room?
I'm unsure. I've got a friend here that I've came down with, so I'll see what he's doing. I might stick around and watch her. Hopefully can. It's going to be some good bowls played. So the new setup that they've got here at Pine Rivers looks really good. So
yeah, they'll get a lot of people up there having a drink at all those tables and enjoying themselves. They've got the Taddy Pirate chip, which I'm sure will involve a little bit of sledging, as it usually does. Some of the opposition players cop it a little bit, which is quite funny. They dish it right back as well.
yeah, I think it's good having a little bit of banter there and whatnot at the night times. Makes it all that little bit more fun.
As the skips change over, the Sting is a little bit out of this one because we know what the result is going to be. Up next, not too long, it'll be the Gold Coast Hawks up against the Perth Suns, so it'll be interesting to see how that transpires. The Hawks, I believe, have enjoyed a win on the TV rink. I think that was against the Moama Steamers. It's a good result for them.
Starting a little bit of a run now, the Hawks. It's 2 from 2 now, I think. So might be able to get onto a bit of a roll. And I think the Sydney Lions now, they went from 3 from 3 to start with, but now they've gone 3 losses after that. So
yep, they were the only undefeated team after 2 rounds, the Lions. And that has changed astronomically. Nathan Black just continues to put them in good areas. The problem is the opposing skipper and Ben Twist, well, he's just been too good.
yeah, he's been outstanding this game. Converted pretty much every end. Been the standout of the game for sure. Once again here, Ben Twist draws the front toucher. Fantastic from Ben Twist. He's been phenomenal.
And there is no other word for it.
Yeah.
11-1, 8-3 for the Gold Coast Hawks over the Moama Steamers. Ospreys leading 7-3, 6-4 over the Extreme. It's with one end to play, so they're looking in a pretty good spot at the moment. The Pioneers 7-3 winning the first set over the Pulse. It's 3-2 in favour of the Pulse in the second. That's after 4. Tiebreak between the Jets and the Tridents. That's on now, and this is the final end of this contest between the Saints and Lions. The first ever Sydney derby will go the way of the Saints. It will go to St John's Park, and they will have bragging rights.
Yeah, well done, Saints. Ben Twist, technically he's been so good. His bowls are coming away really smooth out of his hand, and it's allowed him to just play. It's allowed him to play with that perfect consistency.
Nathan Black, I reckon he's secured. Oh no.
Very unlucky there for Nathan Black.
That's cruel. It's a 2 down. So in the end, that's a monster of a set win for the Sydney Saints after a tied first set in which they led it for the majority. It was a bit demoralising for them, but a big 6 or 3 double to 6 in the fourth end on the power play, and then a 2 at the end. They win 4-all, 11-2. So they take the second by 9 shots in a brilliant performance. So Ben Twist, Jamie Walker and Dawn Heyman under coach Jared Beath get their second win. They're 100% on the live stream rink. And we'll be back very shortly. Val Febo and Kane Nelson for the clash that will be at about 10:15, I believe. I'll just double check the time for you. Give me a couple of seconds when it does load. There we go, 10:15 a.m. between the Hawks and the Suns. So that's in 18 minutes' time. Check your local guides. Kane Nelson, thank you very much.
Thank you, Val.
We'll be back very shortly. Big win for the Sydney Saints in the first ever Sydney derby at the BPL. Looking forward to the next match between the Hawks and the Suns. We'll catch you then.